But I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know. This brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know. This brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I usually leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga all gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, and put us on our feet, them in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Keep them tools on Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, said they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy. While I'm chilling with the family. Tell him a real nigga landed. Dressed in all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back, now we ballin'. Ain't Babylon falling. You know the path a nigga walk. Nigga raised up, now I'm all in. And all I ever wanted was the win in the big body Benz. Now I'm gone in the wind, tryna stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. I'm about to make the shit tremble. 144, the real. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole mob. And all that we feel is our father. And I'm headed for the top dollar. And ain't never gonna stop me. Never gonna stop. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left from back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up, It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip
got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool yo. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay daily. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, where the truth sit, hey, where warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of 1 West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas crosstalk through the crosswalk or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. Americans killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauder. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Someone on the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of things. Vibe, doing mine, I ain't shit. But getting lit is a pastime, so in a minute I'ma pass out. I hope you get it, if you didn't you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, catch your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind, a damn shame. That's the exact thing, gonna get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the nigga fly, hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn, the missiles high, I can see him from the parking lot. Living finna ball out, devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit was gonna turn around. I never learned, but this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets, told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us in fleets. Fuck they apologies, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
Here we back at it again. This is the Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? And this is a scripture breakdown class. This is Thursday, a scripture breakdown class. Anybody got any questions? Anybody have any biblical questions? Any on any scriptures? You know what I'm saying? You can ask it in this class tonight. You know, before I get into the topic. If anybody have any questions online, you can ask your questions. If you have any questions in the room, you can ask your questions. Raise your hand. We'll get into it. If there's, hold on 1 second. There we go. And also too, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at the video, thumb up the video. Put your little thumb up in there. You know what I'm saying? So we can continue to push this truth all over the earth. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody in here have any questions before we get started? Okay. You can catch the question as they may come in, you know, after we start. And of course, I'm a pick up right where Shabayala left it off in the law class last night on, you know what I'm saying, the disgusting Christian church and this evil, wicked, you know, day that they set aside for so-called a traitor amongst our people, and how and we are so gullible as a nation of people, where we so want to blend into America. Like we don't want to stand out as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We want to join ourselves to this place so bad that we will accept the I guess the rhetoric, the lies that the Christian church pushes. We'll accept anything that's coming out of the Christian church. We'll accept it, and we'll take up for the failures of the Christian pastor and the Christian church to lead our communities and lead blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We'll take up for Christianity. We'll say things like well, you know, to each his own, and whatever works for you, and you know, if it makes you happy, you know what I'm saying. And then we'll and also too, we'll deny Christianity, because we know Christianity is false, it's full of fake Christians. So we'll say, well, I'm not a Christian, and then turn around and accept the same Christian ideologies, like God loves everybody, and you know, we should all try to live together in peace and harmony, like Martin Luther King was pushing. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King was pushing an ideology that's not even in the Bible. It's not even in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And Shabayala had a beautiful article pulling out how wicked Martin Luther King was, and how he had all these excursions, you know, dealing with these women of other nations, man, dealing with the so-called Caucasian woman, you know, in the Watergate Hotel in Washington, D.C., man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers that come up in the North Carolina school, we got the chance to cut our teeth and get experience right there. We got experience, holding camp right there at 7th and H, man. We doing the Million Man March while during the time where everybody was praising Martin Luther King for anytime a blackity black so-called day come around like Juneteenth and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Black people join in together and wanna big up the accomplishments of Martin Luther King when Martin Luther King didn't accomplish anything. He said Martin Luther King set us back. He set us back. You know what I'm saying? He kept us asleep. He allowed us to be rocked back to sleep, and or not even rocked back to sleep. He made it possible for the fight in us to be taken away. We had some sort of unity in the black community that we knew we were getting mistreated, and we were going to do something about the mistreatment of the black community. And Martin Luther King ushered in a way for black people to say, well, we shall overcome. We're gonna give the oppressor another chance. We're gonna keep loving them and keep with love. We're gonna keep loving and love and love and love. We're gonna love the oppressor until he changes his mind about how he feels about black people. You understand? Which basically Martin Luther King gave us the idea that if you're getting physically attacked and there's another race of people that's physically attacking you and they're beating you and they're shooting you, that if you continue to love them no matter how much they hit you, then eventually their minds will change. Just like in the movies, when you see a person, one of the characters that needs love, he just taking shots from someone else, where he's like he getting hit and he still standing. He get hit and he's still standing. And then all of a sudden the person that's hitting him has a change of heart because he done hit him so much and he see that this person is all about love. So then it changes the antagonist's heart, and then they turn around and love, and they hug each other, and they live life, happy beyond, happily ever after. Which is such a deceptive theme to think that you can attack people and attack people and attack people, but them loving you is going to eventually change your mind about you attacking them. That is insane. That's insane. It's stupid, and it's only the Christian church pushes that type of love, that type of unconditional love, where love comes with condition, man. There's no love on the planet that you can receive without condition. Even if you have let's take the truth out of a relationship. Let's take relationships in the world. That woman will stay with you as long as you what? Come on.
Love her.
Is one thing that you can do for a woman in the world to leave you. Well, it's a salakia. Ideally, that woman, you'll keep your woman in the world while y'all, partying and getting high and, living life together. You'll keep her as long as you would, K out of war. It's simple.
Tell the truth.
Why is everybody making this so hard, man? Sis, there you go. Thank you. Get a sister a hand. Golly. You can keep her. You'll keep that sister. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with Christ and nothing to do with the scriptures. She'll claim to be faithful to you as long as you don't have another woman. That's the condition. Well, it's several conditions that, the world put on a relationship. You know what I'm saying? A woman in the world put so many conditions on a relationship. She got to, he got to have 6 figures. He got to be loyal. He got to support me emotionally. He got to not think about me as a sex object. He got to, you know what I'm saying? All these conditions that come with having a relationship in the world. Yeah, there's no love that you can get that's not, even the love you get from your parents. It's upon condition. It's the condition that you obey your parents. You do what I tell you to do. You take out the trash, do your chores, be a good little boy, be a good little girl, get straight A's. You know what I'm saying? They tell you I'm gonna love you anyway, which is true. However, that loving and that all happiness, it comes with a condition. Now, if you start to a woman in the world, if you get another woman, she gonna leave you. She ain't gonna love you no more. She just as much as she fell in love with you, she gonna fall right out of love and she'll pack her bags and she'll leave you. You understand? You got some women in the world that'll leave a man because he don't make enough money. Not that he was unfaithful to her. That ain't got nothing to do with it. He was faithful, didn't have another woman or nothing. But because he didn't make enough money, or because he didn't support her and her goals and her her lifestyle. She wanted to be a model. She wanted to take pictures in bikinis. You understand? And he didn't like it. He didn't like her showing her goods to everybody on the planet. So he said no. So she said, I'm gonna leave him, man. He not supporting me. He not supporting me. She wanted to be a dancer. And I'm not saying a stripper. I'm just saying a dancer. She want to be a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Do the pirouettes and be what's her name? Rosie Perez or J-Lo on In Living Color. She want to do a little pop locking thing. But the husband, he didn't want her shaking her tail all in the video. You know what I'm saying? So he said, nah, I ain't with that. Or she ain't, she gotta leave him because her dreams ain't getting supported. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King tried to teach us that unconditional love of an oppressor will get us the love that we're looking for. And after years of conforming to the oppressor's ideology and the way that his lifestyle and what he loves, where are we in 2022? Where are we as a nation in 2022? Are we getting any love? Is it any better? Or are we benefiting from the oppressor showing us that hey, we can have this great piece of the American pie that we all seek to seek after. We can pursue our dreams and we can make it in America. We can be all we can be. You know what I'm saying? Officer Zion brings it out all the time. He paints a good picture of how, everybody wants their little slice of America. Everybody wants their little piece of the American dream. When the American dream is a nightmare, you have to sell your soul to the oppressor for you to even have even the thought of getting a piece of the American dream. You understand? And it's the job of the Christian church and all these pastors to make us think, to sell us the elixir of America and being a part of a society that wants to see everyone succeed. When America doesn't even take care of its least citizens. It's poor. It's destitute. America don't take care of them. You understand? And Martin Luther King has pushed this same ideology, even today, after Martin Luther King is dead and gone, his ideology still gets pushed in the black community, man. You understand? Go to Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5, we're gonna start at verse 6. All right.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Let no man deceive you with vain words, meaning words that mean absolutely nothing. You understand? Words that is just, gaming you up. Gaming you up just like a man would game up a woman on the that he's trying to pick up. Now, if you're on the dating scene and you looking for a companion or a spouse, you like to hear those smooth words. You're in the environment to hear those smooth words. And you have a choice to choose whether those smooth words, entice you enough to get with that person. But in the courtship called life, you understand, we don't have time to be gamed up by words that don't mean anything. We don't have time to be deceived by words that people are not willing to back up, by things that hold no merit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have time to be deceived by these vain words. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience.
Because of these things, being deceived by vain words, comes the wrath of the Most High. What we're experiencing right now is the wrath of the Most High with this coronavirus. That's the wrath of the Most High. That tornado that struck Kansas is the wrath of the Most High. These things that's happening in the earth right now is you seeing the Most High's wrath. You seeing how upset that the Most High is with this place. You're not seeing that's why you have to have every pastor on the TV going, prosperity. That's why the prosperity teaching is so unpopular today, because people are suffering. So they want to hear, hey, some money gonna be coming to me. Some money, I got some money in store, and it's around the corner, it's coming, grab it, catch it, name it and claim it, all that stuff. That's why that's so popular, because people are poor, man. You understand? Corona come through and shut everything down. Got all the businesses in the red. Damn near shut the entertainment business down. That's what you get. That's what you get for taking all the music, all the credit away from black people. You understand? The credit for jazz, the credit for rock and roll, the credit for rap, the credit for the credit for the blues. You know what I'm saying? Snatched it right from under the real people who invented it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Take it credit for yourself, and now it's suffering. Now you're suffering behind coronavirus, shutting all the arenas down, shutting everything that we know is entertainment, putting a halt to it. Go ahead.
Got a comment, Officer Lahab. That Salakia served by believing and being deceived by MLK to join together. We suffered the wrath of the Most High through the crack epidemic.
Damn right. Through the crack epidemic, cause soon as it get a hard hand, you know what I'm saying? Cause soon as we accepted the ideology of Martin Luther King and want to join the oppressor, we didn't have drugs was not a problem in the black community before integration. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really think about this. But this is the after effects of a American black American Christian pastor. This is the effect that a black pastor had on our communities. Before Martin Luther King, there was no even smoking weed was not prominent in the black community. It would smoking weed and doing any type of drugs other than having a drink was shunned so much in the black community that you didn't have people that was just strung out on weed. You didn't hear about that because that wasn't it wasn't like the fad wasn't to go get high like it is today in America. Today, the popularity of getting high is prevalent in the black community because it's pushed on us through our music, through what the oppressor pushes to the top of our music list. What they play all the time is either a woman being a whore or a brother chasing after money and being high. You know what I'm saying? Chasing after money, being high, and sex. Is every woman artist is the how she want to be done, how she want to have sex, and she'll drop it like it's hot. Every male artist is where can I find the drugs, the money, and the women? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salak, Lahab said again, Salak, so that was some hippie culture, and also that was oppressors' culture to get high.
Damn right. That's why you had Woodstock. That was the thing for the oppressor in the 60s was Woodstock. He come from miles and miles all over the country. You know what I'm saying? They come to Woodstock and get high, and LSD was popular back then. Psychedelic drugs making you have all these hallucinations, hard stuff, angel dust. You know what I'm saying? That's they they was making songs about it. That was the oppressor's culture. So now you didn't have that before integration. You know what I'm saying? So now back to the scripture, brother.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Be not what?
Therefore partakers with them.
You shouldn't be partakers with them. You understand? You should stay away from them. You understand? You shouldn't join yourself with people who constantly promote vain words. That's something that over the years, over time, this scripture is saying not to do, but we've done it. We've found ourselves right back in that same cycle. You understand? Like for the scriptures tell us not to eat pork, but over the generations we find ourselves thinking that it was okay again. You understand? The scriptures tell us not to celebrate holidays, but of course, through our oppression and having the desire just to want to break from our slavery, we adopted these holidays and the religion of the oppressor, just being oppressed. You understand? Which again is us wanting a piece of that American pie, us wanting a piece of the American dream, and chasing after what America has to offer versus getting in line with our power, getting in line with our God that tells us what to do, how we should live our life, and what not to do. You understand? The black Christian pastor has led us astray, so far astray from how we were supposed to be living our lives, to where we go directly against the scriptures, and we think that that's church. You know what I'm saying? Church, the black Christian church promotes our disobedience against the Most High, and we love it. We condone it. We think it's right. So that when we hear the truth, we totally disregard the truth. We totally come against the truth. You know what I'm saying? We totally think that that these scriptures are basically lying to us. The ones telling the truth is misinterpreting the scriptures. The ones that's telling us lies are interpreting the scriptures correctly. That's what we've become. You know what I'm saying? Go to 2 Maccabees 4 and 15. 2 Maccabees 4 And we're going to start at verse, I think it's 13. Let's start at verse 13.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashions, an increase of heathenish manners.
This the height of the Greek fashion. When the Greeks took over our nation, we fought against the Greeks. You understand? The Maccabees fought against the Greeks. But in losing those wars and losing those battles, finally the Greeks are in control of the nation of Israel. It was the height of Greek fashion to do these heathenistic things, and they were pushed on us. And that's what America does. America does the same thing. Yeah, we on the bottom in America, but being on the bottom in America doesn't mean we have to adopt their culture. You understand? Like the Chinese, the Japanese, all these other countries, they come over here, they send their people over here. Well, they come over here to get a certain thing in America, whether it's education, whether it's a business, whether it's job or whatever. But it's not pushed on the Chinese community to be Americanized. You understand? They get to have their culture. They get to have their, whatever it is they do. It's not pushed on them to become a part of America. It's not pushed on them to be Christian. Now they can choose to, but it's not pushed on them to be that way. That's why you don't find, I seen for the first time, a Christian church, but it was like for Moabites. And you understand? I seen that for the first time. I've never seen that before until here recently, last couple of years or so. I never seen a building where Moabites can go to and take a tambourine and play a set of drums and jump up and clap and do what we do in the Christian church. I never seen that until here recently. You understand? And it's not because there's commercials and it's coming through the walls that Moabites, the Asians, should be Christians. No, it's not. That's a choice that they've made. A small percentage of them have made. You understand? You right now, most Asians don't even observe the same schedule that we observe. Why is the Moabite store, the Asian store where you get the chicken wings and fried rice, why is that closed on Monday or on Tuesday or on a Wednesday? They ain't even observing the same schedule. You understand? They're not even on the same clock as America is on, because their culture is their culture. You understand? That's why they close on a different day. And you know what I'm saying? Then we'll take our days off on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Well, they don't got nothing to do with that. You understand? You don't see a Moabite Christian church with the cross on top of the steeple popping up on every street corner like you do here in America, like you do for black people. Black people, then it ain't even a church no more. It's a storefront. It's just a place where it could be stores on the strip and then a church in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they pop up everywhere because that's American culture. You understand? Go ahead and read that. Oh, go ahead.
So I can say one thing, and like how our people in the world we call ourselves African American, but rarely or probably won't ever hear someone call themselves Indian American,
right?
Or Chinese,
or
American,
Asian, or Asian American. Yeah, Japanese American. Not unless it's the child. It's the child that's saying, well, my parents are Japanese, and I was born over here, so and you have a very small percentage of the Asian community trying to fight for equality or fight for some kind of place in American society. They don't care. They can care less about that. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read that.
verse 13. This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions, an increase of heathenish manners.
And what?
An increase of heathenish manners.
Heathenish manners, man. An increase of it. Go ahead.
Through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
That high priest Jason, that ungodly wretch. You understand? He was a high priest that was a wicked man. You understand? He was wicked, and he did exactly what Martin Luther King did, was promote heathenistic behavior throughout Israel. Martin Luther King did the same thing, promoted heathenistic behavior throughout Israel. And not only did it with our people, our children. The main people that was marching and doing sit-ins were high school kids, 15 through 18. That was the main ones, and it was said that the children, to make it known throughout, to make it more media worthy, they put children in the city, and so when you would see somebody getting their head cracked open, it was a child. So that made the people more sympathetic around the world who seen it. Are you kidding me, man? This is what happened to our children. This is what Martin Luther King allowed to happen to his little young brothers and sisters, man. And he's praised for it. He's given all these accolades for doing that, for organizing those sit-ins. And had our little sons and daughters get their heads busted in, get bleeding, you know what I'm saying? Like being attacked on a level from grown men, from grown people. You see what I'm saying? Like they had no remorse that these were little girls or little boys. You understand? They didn't have no remorse for us. And for Martin Luther King to promote such a violent protest, a violent sit-in, when we weren't even allowed to defend ourselves, put our hands up. Like you had to train Martin Luther King them in that civil rights movement. They had to train young adults to brace themselves while getting hit in the face with a bottle. How do you train for that? How do you train for that, chaotic war? How does anybody train for anything? How do we train in Hebrew Academy? How do we train to block a punch in Hebrew Academy? You train. Go ahead.
Practice.
Yeah. That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You practice getting hit. You practice getting punches thrown at you. You practice self-defense. You practice, hand-to-hand combat, which you are commanded to block the shots. You are commanded to block. You are commanded to defend. Yeah. Well, in this training, chaotic war, you practicing a sit-in at the Woolworths, and you're commanded to not defend. You're commanded to not block. Matter of fact, you got to practice it. Because why? Because if something's coming at you, it's innate to throw your hands up. If there's something flying at you in the middle of the air, it's instinct to put your hand up to block it, right? Well, you gotta quarrel that instinct, and you gotta just sit there. So that instinct to flinch, you can't have that. You gotta let that thing pop you dead in the eye. You gotta let that object hit you upside the head. You understand? There's more increase in heathenistic behavior, man. Go ahead.
Salak is kind of off the subject, but I believe Martin Luther King got the whole idea from nonviolent protests from East Indian by the name of Mahatma Gandhi. and we peel the layers back on him, we find out that he was a insane murderer. You know what I
Right.
mean? Out of his damn mind.
And also too, he was protesting to his own people. That's why it worked. That's why he got the sympathy of going on a hunger strike. That's why he got that sympathy of a nonviolent protest. That's why he got sympathy over there in East India, because it was one of their people afflicting themselves for a cause, and that brought sympathy. But you as a Negro here in America, a Negro, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you cannot afflict yourself to get sympathy from America, because America wants to afflict you. America wants to put you in chains. America wants to have you as a slave. America does not want to see us rise as a people. America does not want to see us prosper here. You understand? It's not the American dream. That's not American ideology. American ideology is to see us suffer, is to see us stay on the bottom and be in our place where the slave's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 14, that the priest had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
The priest what?
Had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
The priest what?
Had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
Man, the priests didn't have no courage no more to do the priestly duties, to serve. You understand? They didn't have the courage to withstand Jason's, what do they call him? What do they call him? A wretch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? An ungodly wretch. They couldn't stand Jason and his wretchedness. So they didn't have the courage to serve no more. Keep going.
But despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices.
But despising the temple. Meaning almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets so bad here in America that, we got to unlock the doors of the school. And every time we got to come and unlock the doors of the school, we hate it. You understand? We hate the days that America, the days that we celebrate, like Purim and Hanukkah. We start to hate the sacrifices of the Lord. You understand? Because we getting persecuted on that such a level like that, to where we despising our duties. Because we know that, hey, at any time, someone can bust in the temple because we the priests. You know what I'm saying? We lost our fight. Just like here in America, man, we've lost. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have lost their fight. They lost their fight to go against this machine, called America. This thing called America. We've lost our fight to be against this place. We lost our fight to say, well, okay, yeah, you might have gave us a couple crumbs, a couple things from the master's table, but we won't accept that. We're not accepting, your little welfare check and your little, TANF. And then, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean we made it. Somebody told me the other day, I said something about being poor. It just comes with being poor here in America. And the person says, you're not poor. You got the activity of your limbs, don't you? You woke up in your right mind, didn't you? What the hell does that have? So because you wake up sane, you're rich? What the hell? Who said, what definition you going by? What definition is that, Cal? Hold on, let me pull up rich real quick and see if it have anything to do with using my hands and my feet. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, what defines being rich. Having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy, has nothing to do with waking up with your right mind. That's not rich. You're just not insane. You know what I'm saying? You're just not crazy. Rich has nothing to do, plentiful, abundant. The nation's rich and diverse wildlife. You know, abundant, meaning having more than enough. Being rich has nothing. If any black person tells you, if you say, man, I'm tired of being poor, and they say, well, you got your life, health, and strength, don't you? That is slave mentality. Right. You understand? That's a reaction of a homeborn slave. And it was the slave master's job to make a slave feel good about the bare minimum to live. You understand? It was his job to oppress the slave so much that them thinking about the bare minimum that they had made them feel gifted and rich and abundant. You know what I'm saying? Getting whipped and beat and afflicted so bad that until you wake up, just waking up the next day is enough to feel rich. Getting beat and getting raped and murdered so much that just being able to do this, I got my arms. You know what I'm saying? You ever think about how a slave gets punished, like the least little thing, they could get their eyes cut out or they limbs chopped off. They wake up the next day like, I got my arms. I can use them. I can walk. I don't got my legs chopped off. I'm rich. No, you're not, nigga. Right. You're just oppressed. Right. You're so oppressed that the bare minimum, gives you the illusion that you have something, that you have anything. Well, you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now keep going.
That the priests had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
Is that the end of verse 17?
La.
Okay, keep going in the end of verse 17.
But despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
Say, hold, back it up. Say what?
Hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
You understand? That was an unlawful allowance in the place of exercise, man. What's the unlawful allowances that go on in our places of exercise? Just think about what go on in gymnasiums all over the planet. Go ahead. Anybody, before I chime in with the answer. That breaks my heart all the time.
But
go ahead.
So, like, would it be like, getting paid to play football or
yes,
basketball?
Yes. But let's think about it like this. Think about all the exploitation that goes on in those arenas. Think about all those sisters, all our sisters that's kicking their legs up, revealing their underwear up in them arenas, man. Being looked at as objects of, just hungry, just, almost bloodthirsty, just demons out there like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? When they show those cheerleaders half naked, when they do those little dances, those routines during halftime. You know what I'm saying? All the exploitation of our people that go on in those arenas. Aside from the brothers that's breaking each other's backs and breaking each other's limbs, and to go out there and perform and play this game that's become so intense and physical that people are getting carted off like warfare, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you carrying a ball from one end of the goalpost to the next, and it's become so competitive that you just try to run the ball and somebody could come and snap your knee in half. And it's a brother just like you. It's a brother just trying to make it. It's a brother just trying to feed his family. You know what I'm saying? taking the warriors, taking what should be our military, taking them and putting them on a field of grass, and they bust each other up instead of protecting their nation. And you got their sisters on the sidelines, flicking their legs up in the air, shaking their tail like they, like all they want to do is be sexual items, be looked at for sex. That's what you got. All the exploitation that's going on in those arenas of exercise. You understand? Finish that out.
After the game of disgust called them forth. Verse.
After that game of disgust, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those games are disgusting because they take after Greek ideology where they have the people on there naked. You understand? They you know what I'm saying? You can compete and not have to be naked and not have to wear tights and not have to exploit your body the way that the sports world does, man. You understand? Now drop that. Go to Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58 and 10. We're going to start there, man. Because you still, now, let me see, let's just looking at the calendar here. I think it's this upcoming Monday. Yes, this upcoming Monday is so-called Martin Luther King Day, where you're gonna see America just pay homage to what this man was able to do, because basically Martin Luther King single-handedly handed the oppressor our communities, man. Handed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to the oppressor on a silver platter. Made them get rich. Even when the oppressor was not even trying to hear it. The oppressor hates us so much that he hate your black money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he hates your black dollars. He don't want to see your black lips, and he don't want to see your black quarters, and he can give a damn about your black 20s. He don't care. But Martin Luther King forced the oppressor to get rich off of you, off of us, and forced, almost like you know how you force feed somebody. They got to take the medicine. You force feed the baby. You force his mouth open. You shove the spoon down his mouth, and you close his mouth up and make him, because he won't take the medicine. That's what Martin Luther King did to our oppressor. He had all our economy in his hands and under his control. He forced the oppressor mouth open and shove it in there. You understand? Forced him to get rich. And meanwhile, while he's forcing the oppressor to get rich, the oppressor is fighting against it. It's basically allowing the oppressor a free ticket to mutilate and just obliterate black people. All the while he know it's gonna make him rich. He knows that these black people are fighting, so I'll take their money. But you know what? I know how it's gonna end. It's gonna end with some, amendment being changed or being wrote. But until then, it's free game on the niggas. Sharpen your knives, boys. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got plenty of bullets. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your ropes is strong. Go buy new nooses. Everybody go buy new ropes. Everybody go stockpile bullets. We getting ready to hunt these niggas. And we ain't gonna have to worry about it, because they gonna turn around and give it back to us anyway. They're gonna turn around and make us rich for it anyway. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 10. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday.
Salakia. It's Isaiah 56 and 10.
Come. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs.
The watchmen that's supposed to be over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they are blind. They are all dumb dogs. You understand? There's somebody that's dumb that can't speak. They you know what I'm saying? That's somebody that's dumb. And the way that black people accept black pastors here in America is just, it's ridiculous. It's sickening. It's sickening to see how well a black pastor is accepted versus somebody that'll tell you the truth. When Americans, Negroes in America all the time would say, look, I'd rather you tell me the truth. I'd rather you just be truthful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want the truth. Everybody just say, tell me the truth. Don't tell me no lie. Don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like people will fight over being told a lie. That's reason to fight. You lied to me. Oh yeah, I gotta whoop you now. I gotta whoop you. We gotta go fight in the street because you lied to me. You gotta get a bottle bust upside your head now because you lied. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? That woman will pour the whole glass of wine in your face because you lied. Because you said, well, you know, you the only one, baby. Ain't nobody else but you. She'll splash you with the whole drink. She'll pour the whole drink down. Look, she'll splash the drink in your face and throw the cup at your head. Throw the glass at your head and splash the drink in your face. And have you sitting there looking stupid with drink and splashed up on you because you lied and said she was the only one. That's what she wanted to hear. You understand? Meanwhile, the Christian pastor lied to you every week. A pastor lie. You flip the channels on every Sunday, and you got every pastor up there lying through his teeth. I'm talking about by the hairs of his chin, he is lying. I mean, super lying. He's lying. He's lying on a level that is unheard of. The more you pour it in, the more lies he telling. Every sentence out his mouth is a lie. The Lord told me. The Lord, if the pastor say, I heard the Lord say, it's a lie that's coming. The Lord said, it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times you can say lie in the Christian church to hear the pastor talk? Right now, I hear the Lord saying, lie. It's a lie. He's been a lie. Like, and you don't have to, what's so bad about it is black people know he's lying. Black women know that the pastor is lying. They're not splashing no drinks in his face. Why they not splashing no drinks in his face and saying, you a liar, I know you lying? Why? You get the black woman in the Christian church gives the Christian pastor more than she ever gave her own husband. She makes sure that Christian pastor eat. She makes sure he have a meal. Let her find out that Bishop Johnson didn't have a good meal. She will get mad and upset, and the next meeting she'll say, Pastor Johnson didn't have no food when he got through preaching on Sunday, and we cannot have it. She'll be the main one rising up against the pastor not being fed. She won't even make a sandwich. She won't even cook a grilled cheese for a man at the house. But she is advocating for, Pastor Johnson to have a well-cooked meal once he come down off that pulpit after he done prophet lied for 3 hours. You understand? They dumb dogs. You understand? Go ahead.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. Mm-hmm. They are all dumb dogs. Mm-hmm. They cannot bark.
They can't bark. They won't even alert you when danger comes. What Christian pastor alerted the black community to do anything when coronavirus hit? What did the black community do for the black? What did the black Christian pastor do for the community during corona? Shut down.
Right.
That's what happened. And they told the members to still mail in the tithe. Now, how you gonna still? Now, look, we all here are civilized adults, right? And at least we supposed to be. We supposed to all be civilized adults. Supposed to all know, you know what I'm saying, like what goes on, what's supposed to be going on here in America. We ain't supposed to be able to be deceived by these Christian pastors just telling us any old thing. So now, since we ain't deceived by these Christian pastors telling us any old thing, how was the black community still able to send in their tithes to the Christian church? Where now I'm out in the field. My job have me out in the field, and I go to churches all the time. I go to black churches and white churches. The white church during Corona, they can hardly keep their doors open. The black church is, I'm doing services for them, providing them with services, building their church up, putting, making their buildings look nice and good. The black church ain't suffering at all. They still getting the tithe. They still getting the money. Chaotic war. They still getting the money, even in the pandemic. They still getting the money. How is that possible? When the pastor is doing absolutely nothing. Like, it was a time that there was no even virtual church. He wasn't even doing it. It was just Sunday was a regular day that you stayed in the house quarantined. Now he's starting to, do a little virtual church. And they still got the money. Still got the money. They worshiping a blind, man. They dumb dogs. They didn't warn the black community that perilous times was coming, quarantine was coming. They ain't warn the black community that disease and pestilence is coming. Now, Isupk under Commanding General Yohana is warning the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community that it's going to get worse. Wow. Can't you? We already said it when Corona came out. Commanding General Yohana said it. It's going to get worse. Corona 19, Corona Delta. It got worse. When Delta came out, they talking about the strand. Commanding General Yohana said it's going to get worse. Now you got Omarion, Salakia. Now you got Omicron. I bet you Omarion is someone like, man, why in hell they named this thing Omicron? It sounds too much like Omarion. What sounds like Omarion? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, man, what I want to name they gonna come out with next. Cause we in Isupk, we knew it was gonna be a Corona 27. We knew it was going to be a Corona 22, 23, 30, 45. Every year, that coronavirus is going to mutate into something. After a while, the coronavirus is going to be a living, walking human thing that comes after you and snatches you up in the night. Salakia. Look, that coronavirus is mutating like a ninja turtle, man. That coronavirus is gonna be something. You gonna after a while you gonna be able to walk out, and coronavirus is just gonna be out here. You're gonna be seeing it. And that's coronavirus. Turn that way, coronavirus come. It's gonna be a blob. It's gonna be a blob of something that just start running after you. You're gonna have to defend yourself like you running from the blob or something, man. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, I don't know if everybody out there caught a viral video. A brother was cursing out a quote unquote Karen. Right? I don't know if you've seen it. He basically called her like, "You all coronavirus."
Right.
Maskless.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like coronavirus is gonna take on human form because it keep mutating. You know what I'm saying? Like what's stopping it? What's stopping it from mutating? From let's almost like you see in the movies where the villain the villain don't have a body, so the villain do everything. The villain got to do this and do that and do that, and then after a while he get powerful enough to have a body. That's Corona. That's coronavirus right there. So Corona 1010 is going to be an actual thing. It's going to be a thing with arms and legs, and he going to run for president. He going to run for president and rule the world. Salakia. It's not true. It's not true. This is Abraham just making jokes. Salakia. Go ahead.
Sister Kawaya Yahawada says Salakia, they sound like Transformers.
Damn right. Yeah. Damn right. Coronavirus is transforming every year. You know what I'm saying? We going through the Omicron transformation right now. After a while, it's gonna be something else, man. It's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? And the Christian pastor don't have no answer for it. The Christian pastor ain't never had an answer for nothing. What in the hell is the Christian pastor solving? He's not solving a damn thing. What he's doing is he's making sure that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians stay asleep. Stay asleep to what's going on here in America. Stay asleep to how many brothers are dying, how many sisters are just disappearing. Sisters just disappearing off the planet. Like we are the endangered species. We are the ones in danger, man. We are the ones that need salvation. That's why the Most High sent Corona here for this earth to realize that look, we got to stop treating blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like we treating them, because they are the Lord's people. And the more we treat them, the worse we treat them, the more the Lord's wrath is gonna come upon us. That's what these other nations should be thinking. But no, you got the Christian pastor there, set right up in the black community to go, no, prosperity is, you can give your way, give and give and give, and Jesus love, and all these damn songs. These songs are something else, man. You know what I'm saying? Something else that just keep you captivated, keep you under the spell of America. So keep going.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. Mm-hmm. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
They sleep and they love to be asleep. You know why the Christian pastor love to be asleep? It's because he's living the dream. He's living the dream. The American dream, the piece of America that we all looking for, where we can have a little nice place to stay, a couple nice cars, and some assets. That's the American dream, where the Christian pastor is dreaming. He's living that dream. You understand? And that's why he loved to slumber. That's why he loved to stay asleep. You understand? Because for him to wake up, it's for him to give up all that. You got to give them cars up now, because you can't get the jet, because you need to use that money to pay blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians bills. You need to make sure they live now. You need to make sure ain't no black, Hispanic, or Native Indian homeless. You need to make sure that you drive the bare minimum. That you drive the minimum, you get a Nissan, and you give the rest of that money up that would have bought you the Bentley. You put that back into the pot for other brothers and sisters to benefit. You understand? If you're a pastor that have a wife and a couple of kids, you got a single family home now. You got a house with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. That's what you got. You understand? You don't have no $300,000, $400,000 crib no more, with the big screen TVs and the cameras and 3-4 cars in the Bentley and the Mercedes-Benz truck and the Tesla. You don't got that no more. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Got a comment online from Sister Salakia. Kawayaya Howard says Salakia Christian churches keep collecting money but not helping the people, and the UPK has been going hard from day one.
From day one. That's what we all about. Damn right, sis. That's what we all about. We all about going hard. We all about going hard for our people. The ISUPK is the only organization in America that will see to it that we here in this organization function off of our bare minimum, so we can make sure we pour all of our resources into the school, man, to help other brothers and sisters. You understand? To help other people that want to get off the street. Help them, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna take the money and buy mansions and Mercedes Benzes with it and status symbols so we can look good to the public while our brothers and sisters suffer. If I'm coming up, I'm dragging K Out of War with me. You know what I'm saying? K Out of War coming up, he dragging some other brother with him. We all coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come, verse 11. Yeah, they are greedy dogs.
They what?
They are greedy dogs.
Yeah, your pastor greedy, man.
What?
You understand? These Christian pastors out here, greed is overtake them so much and so till they not only want every materialistic thing, they want every living thing too, man. They want your wife, they want your children, they want your little boys, they want your little girls. Like a Christian pastor sitting over a church is like a wolf, man. He's like a greedy entity that just gobbles up everything. And that gets led into every, degradation at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He ain't too far. He's not beyond molesting, because he's molesting. He's not beyond adultery, because he's committing adultery. He's not beyond, all kind of sexual deviancy, because he's doing it. He's over all these people, got all these people following him, and he's allowed to just indulge in whatever he wants to indulge in. No one holds him accountable for anything. And when you try to hold him accountable, deacons and stuff jump up out the way to try to fight you. You know what I'm saying? You just asked the pastor what he do with the offering money last week, and the deacons jump up with guns in their hand like we bout it in here, nigga. Like, what? Yeah. Shouldn't you be able to ask a question? Hey, look, you go into Christian church, and this is what kills me too. This is what grinds my gears. Not kills me. It doesn't kill me. But this is what grinds my gears too. Every Christian will tell you that while they pastor is preaching, you can ask a question, and you can't do that. You cannot do that in the Christian church. You cannot, if the pastor say, and the Lord said, and you like, excuse me, did the Lord really tell you that? How you know? You cannot do that in the Christian church, man. They will throw you out of there. You'll be like Jazzy Jeff on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah! You'll be out of there. By the seat of your pants, they'll throw you out of there. And they'll act like they just did the Lord a service. Like they did the work of the Lord by throwing you out the Christian church, because you ain't supposed to ask the pastor no question, because he just like God up in there, man. You can't question the pastor up in there. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
Right. Go ahead.
They all look to their own way.
They look to their own way. When have you ever heard, two Christian pastors say the same thing? When you ever heard them say the same thing, man? Even when they get together, even when you watch them on these shows and they taking quote unquote calls, they even contradict each other on the panels, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Every one for his gain, from his quarter. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine.
Yeah, come here, like it's good over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you come over to my church, you know what I'm saying? That's where the Spirit of the Lord is. And then they start to go, hey, keep it over they. You know what I'm saying? You run over there because you think, well, he did his shoulders quake. You see his shoulders, how they did that? That's the Lord right there. The Lord make his shoulders do like that. You know what I'm saying? They run over there, they flock over there, and they get molested over there. And they say, well, the Lord wasn't with him. You know what I'm saying? And they see the next pastor on the TV, and he say, come over here. I'm gonna fetch you wine. You can, you know what I'm saying? All my members over here, we living good. Do day. And then you see his shoulders quake like that? From here to here, man, there to there, like pinballs. You understand? They bouncing from prosperity religion to prosperity church to over here to over there. And ain't nobody saying nothing that's gonna help anybody. Right. One pastor just profiting off them until he can't profit off them anymore. They leave, and then the next pastor profit off of them till he can't profit off of them no more. Then they leave, and it's like a vicious cycle. Right. Keep going.
Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Yeah, they say tomorrow we're gonna do it again. You understand? And they keep feeding themselves. They keep feeding themselves, and the members think they're gonna feed them, but they keep feeding themselves, and it keeps just repeating itself. Was that what verse was that?
Verse 12.
Okay, so now go to Jeremiah 23:1. Well, no, go to Jeremiah 14 and 15 first. Jeremiah 14 and 15. You understand? We to hold these, and it's just me sidebarring my opinion. You understand? Until there comes, until the people get together and really hold that pastor accountable for what he's doing in the Christian church, they say it's going to be a great falling away, and there is coming, and people are falling away from that Christian church. But we have to start holding these pastors accountable for what they're doing in these churches. And we have to stop being afraid of what the answer going to be, because we already know that he ain't doing nothing for us in there. We already know that he's not doing anything for the community. So why are we not shocked when it comes out that he's money laundering, or he's done, bought all these houses and all these offshore accounts? And why is it so shocking when that pastor on social media, when it come out that he done bought a mansion? He done got, thousands of dollars every time he go travel. He spend $3,000 to $8,000 on tailored suits and clothes, because he talking about he sweat out all his clothes. He said he sweats out of all his clothes, so he got to buy new clothes. Like, this nigga ain't heard of the dry cleaners. Like, he got to buy $8,000 worth of clothes every time he touched down in a new city, because Louis Vuitton belts and all this other stuff, man. Stuff that you really don't need to be spending the church's funds on. But because he preaching so hard, he hocking so loud, he hocking so hard that he got to go and buy $8,000 worth of clothes because he done sweated out all his clothes. Man, stop being such a damn fool. And you know what I'm saying? Like the ones that really need to be hearing this is all these your grandmothers and your aunties in these Christian churches that's taking a hard earned, damn near retirement. You know what I'm saying? Been working the same job for 33 years. Got 2 more years before retirement. They giving that fat old check to, Pastor, Doohickey Do Holland Black. They giving him DL McFunches. They giving all their money to him. You understand? Which is just, it's ridiculous. Go ahead, read that for us, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 15. Therefore, thus saith the Most High concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name. Mm-hmm. And I sent them not.
Man. You understand? This prophets is prophesying, that's saying the Lord, this is what the Lord told them to say, and the Lord didn't tell them to say that. The Lord didn't send them to say anything. Go ahead.
Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
When the Lord said that, it's famine's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said that war is going to come. You see what I'm saying? They prophesying in the Lord's name, saying that the Lord told them to say something that he didn't tell them to say. And he's saying, they saying the exact opposite. Why is saying, he's saying, well, ain't going to be no war and no famine. Go ahead. I'm going to let him read the whole thing.
Sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
Right. That's the same prophets that's saying, you know, it's abundance out here. You understand? The Lord wants you to live in abundance. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord's saying look, he said it's perilous times. You understand? Perilous times are coming. You know what I'm saying? We gonna, you know, a nation gonna rise against nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, perilous times are coming. Famine is coming. Floods and earthquakes in diverse places is coming. But this prophet get up and say the Lord told him, oh, there's not going to be no sword and there's not going to be no war here. You know what I'm saying? This 2022 is your year. Clap. It's your year. It's your year coming in. You see what I'm saying? It's your year. Everybody jumping up. Hey, it's my year. It's my year. When he said, when he's saying the exact opposite of what the scriptures are saying. You know, that's what every church, you go to every church and it's your day, your year. This year in 2022, it's going to be something spectacular going to happen to you. When Corona is getting stronger. Coronavirus is getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like the next virus that hit, or the next, you know, disease, that pestilence that hit, you have that and Corona too. And what if that thing start mutating? You got, look here, man. This is not the place of our rest, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not the place that we come and try to, you know, make make everything be nice and cool. You know what I'm saying? Go to Jeremiah 23 and 25. Jeremiah 23 and 25. This is not the place where we come and just automatically merge into America's dream. That America's dream is not the will of the Father for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not the will of our most high power for us to be joined to America, to be under another nation that had us in captivity. For them not to have to suffer and pay for that, for us just to turn around now and we all just live in the Rainbow Coalition together. You think that's the Lord's will for us? When we serving them here, we not on the top. The Lord's people is supposed to be on the top. Everybody else supposed to be serving us. But we not. We the destitute here in America. We the ones that get left for dead. We the ones that get kidnapped and raped and killed and treated and mistreated. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25. I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesy lies in my name.
They prophesy what?
Lies in my name.
Yeah, the Most High hearing them. The Most High hearing all these pastors, you know, jump and name it and claim it. It's your year. 2022. You gonna get what you prayed for. The new husband coming. That's the thing to get all the women right there. The new husband in the new house is coming. It's coming right now. It's right around the corner. Every woman in the Christian church falling over all over the seats, knocking the pews over because they you know what I'm saying, they new husband and they new house is coming. Go ahead.
That prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed.
Mm-hmm.
I have dreamed.
That's what Martin Luther King said. He got a dream. He had a dream. You know what I'm saying? I've dreamed that little white boys and little black boys gonna hold hands. Man, look here. That I have a dream speech. When they play it every year, people should be protesting in the streets. Like, that dream did not come true. It still ain't came true. When do you see little black boys holding hands with little white children today? I see it in defiance. I see it when they get about 17, when they get grown and they start holding hands and start going against they what they natural use is, and they start and people start wanting to be like Venus Williams. You know what I'm saying? They want to have a little jungle fever. But I never see the oppressor, letting his, bringing their children around little black kids. I never see that. I never see the oppressor teaching his kids to love little black children. I don't see that. I don't see that in America. I don't see that on a vast scale here in America. I don't see where our children are getting loved on by the oppressor. I see them becoming pets. That's what I see them. I see them being adopted and being pets to the oppressor. That's what I see. You understand? I see Celeste Theron adopted the black child and making the little boy a girl. I see that. I see that. I saw how it was a boy first, and now look at the little boy today, and he looks like a girl. I see that. I do see that though. I do see how yet and still, for America that so-called say, it's equal for everybody and rights and justice for all. I do see how we still are discriminated against. I do see how, even in the grave, blacks and whites are not buried together. Who governs over dead people? You know what I'm saying? Like how does dead people be racist? How you be racist in death? How does the oppressor be like, well, you know what? We ain't burying you black people with white folks. No. Like, does it matter? Who gets to say so? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know America is racist, man. America is racist. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats. America is racist. It's going to forever be racist. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry. Dry your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got a power that's above this racist society. You got a power that wants us to be separate, as we should be. Can't mix the dirt with the clean clothes. Go ahead.
And Salak, if I could say one thing, and before integration, the unity that we once had in the black community, right? We would fight for each other, right?
Right.
Went away. Now we got brothers blooding and cripping and
right,
fighting and dying over neighborhoods
against one another.
And now now brothers kill one another, then disrespect the dead. Right. Try to provoke the same brothers they disrespecting to come fight them some more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That and that's what we should want out of our communities, man. It didn't start happening that way until we joined ourselves to American culture. Right. It didn't happen that way. We were a whole society of people that loved one another, man. Until we started increasing our heathenish behavior. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now where we at, brother?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25. I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. Mm-hmm. Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
How long is it gonna be in the heart of the prophets, man? You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous how this is explaining the spirit of Martin Luther King to a T, and like we've been bringing this scripture out for years. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all over the country, man. This is all over the earth. And you still got blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians going into the Christian church talking about, this my year, and Pastor Johnson, he really got the word. He really got the word of God. How can we be so stupid? How can we be so gullible? How can we be so just so deceived by the slightest little thing? Now, we can't be deceived by that brother who talking to us in the club, and we know he rolled with his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no scrub riding in the passenger seat of his best friend ride, trying to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no scrub. But the pastor is the scrubbiest scrub of them all. And he gets built up to be, to hold a powerful seat. He gets built up to be very powerful. He gets the members to get him the car and the clothes and the tailored suits. You know what I'm saying? That come from the members, man. That don't come from nobody saying, well, you shouldn't want to take advantage of the members like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't come from him working hard and him, doing 14 hours at the steel mill every night. You know what I'm saying? That don't come from that. That come from, the tithe money that he getting. And the Christian church builds them up. And then, all the ones that saying they don't want no scrubs pile in his Christian church and just listen to all the lies that he tell them every day, every weekend. It's going to be a lot of lies told Monday too about how Martin Luther King just did so much for the black community. I want to know what did he do? what did he do? He took away all the economy. He took away all black hospitals. Once that amendment, that Civil Rights Act was signed, all our black businesses just went away. Just imagine today. Like, I knew the feeling it was for me to go to a historically black college, right? When I walked up on campus and I saw nothing but black people. Wow, it made me feel like this is the place where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Where I said see nothing but black people, and the oppressors that I saw, they were scouring around like roaches. Like you would see them and they would be gone. Like you know what I'm saying? They made sure they got out the way. And I was like, man, this is a glorious place to be. And the black people just hung out. We just hung out all over everywhere. You could just stop and you didn't have to worry about the cops pulling up going, hey, y'all, get this group out of here. Disperse this group. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to worry about that. That was like, what I felt was a little piece of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Being able to just chill with my brothers and sisters and it just be a group of us. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King did away with all that. Martin Luther King did away with gathering in groups. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King did away with us being able to have something that only belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? Being able to go to a black movie theater, being able to go to a black basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that went away because of Martin Luther King's integration. We had the whole black Negro leagues went away. So where you could go and watch a whole baseball game and it was nothing but black people. You know the bionic feats that was witnessed with nothing but black people playing the sport. Nothing but black people running and jumping and dunking and doing all the stuff they do, man. Like, that is a highlight reel. It's an hour-long highlight reel. Every play is a highlight. You see what I'm saying? Whether it be a stoppage or a score, every play is a highlight. But Martin Luther King did away with that. You understand? We can't walk in the hospital now and get the sympathy of, hey man, I know you ain't got no insurance, but we need to get this treated. We need to get this treated. We need to get this, you know what I'm saying? You don't have that compassion no more, because now Martin Luther King done away with all black hospitals, man. All the black hospitals, all the black treatment centers that we had in our community, where you didn't have to go way down across town to the hospital. The hospital was right there in your community. You had doctors that if you were hurt, they would come to you. That was the black community, man. That's where it was at. Like you get hurt or something, an elderly person where she fall or she hurt herself, she could get carted to her bed, and the doctor would come to her, show up with his bag, and boom, and treat her right there, man. What happened to that? Martin Luther King, Michael King, Orgy Mike, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? With him wanting to have sex with white girls so bad that he had to do away with all the black economy to do it. You want to have sex with white women that bad that you got to do away with all the black economy, all the bus lines, all the movie theaters, the hospitals, the black lawyers, the blacksmiths, the blacksmiths, the black people who sold you animals, that will sell you goats and sheep. You could buy a horse from a black man. You know what I'm saying? You could buy cars from black people. All that went away because you want to have sex with Caucasian women. Thank you, Michael King. You repugnant piece of trash. You understand? You're a traitor. And he's your Benedict Arnold. Martin Luther King is, man. He's the Benedict Arnold, man, that everybody wants to despise and everybody wants to hate for being a traitor to their nation. But we have become so deceived by America and the elixir of America that we don't even understand that Martin Luther King is a goddamn traitor. You understand? He's a traitor and he's a piece of trash, and he should not be honored on that day, man. And the only days we should be honoring is the days that the Most High laid aside for us anyway. Go to Jeremiah 23:1. We're going to close out with that, man. Jeremiah 23:1. We're going to read on down from there. But Martin Luther King, he suffered his punishment. Martin Luther King got his reward. You understand? He got his reward. A bullet in the neck. That's what happens. That's what happens when you prophesy lies in the Lord's name, man. That's what happens when you lie on the Lord. And you talk some dream that is not biblical. It's non-biblical at all. But you're going to claim to be a man of the Lord. But you're not saying what the Lord says to say. You lying and saying, oh, the Lord showed you this in a dream. The Lord ain't show you that in no dream, man. You're a liar. And you died like a liar. You understand? Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Woe be unto the pastors, man. Mean destruction be unto these pastors, because they destroy and scatter the flock. Because you had some people that agree with Martin Luther King and his protests, his nonviolent movement, but you had wise people on the other side going, you can't stand in the line of fire of bottles and dogs and fire hoses and expect to love the oppressor more and that make a difference. Like, you had wise men that was against the movement of Martin Luther King, which I wish they would have listened. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have listened and took those wise men word for it. And there never would have been a Martin Luther King, man, where like that movement got squashed before it got a chance to flourish. because because of that movement got a chance to flourish. Then we don't even understand that whole movement was an illusion. It was really a plot to cancel out all our economy. So now you got a whole nation of people with no economy. We can't rub two nickels together. You can't even, as a nation, we can't even get together and say we're gonna buy no land. You know what I'm saying? We'll buy some land and all black people go here. You know what I'm saying? We can't even do that. We can't even, as a black economy, we can't even say, well, hey, the black dollar carries weight here in America because we can come together and we can do this and we can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's taking Commander General Yohana under, with the Isupk to actually pull us back together again so we can have, a say-so, a voice here in this place. You know what I'm saying? But without that, you have no black economy, you have no black businesses, you have no black doctors, no black lawyers, no protection. You don't even have black leaders. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael, and your insatiable appetite for snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not worth your nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got people that are in interracial relationships that will risk it all. Like for the sake of their love. For the sake of their love, like, okay, chaos of war. Would you love a Caucasian woman? I know you wouldn't. How about this? Let's put it another way. You would not risk a relationship that you have for your family. Like all your cousins and all your brothers and sisters, all your nieces and nephews. If you carried on this relationship with a particular woman that you loved, a black woman, if it was going to cost all your family's life, would you continue that relationship with that black woman? You wouldn't. I would be the same way. Same way. You cannot risk the well-being of your family, of your nation for one relationship. You cannot do it. You understand? You have to have some kind of loyalty, some kind of wherewithal to know that this one, I don't do this for the one, I do this for the many. You see what I'm saying? Martin Luther King did what he did for just himself, not for the many. Because if he was thinking about the many, then he would have thought that I can't have sex I can't run through the Watergate Hotel doing this. Because it may jeopardize what I got going for the many. You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't, for the sake of the many, he wouldn't advise people not to protect themselves. He wouldn't advise people to try to join themselves with America. We would have just been separate. You understand? Martin Luther King, that bus boycott that he had, he could have took that momentum and carried black people far. Because soon as something would have happened to black people, we would have pulled black dollars away from it. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, no black people can come into the Woolworths. No problem. No black people will come into the Woolworths. You understand? Not even the back. Not even the back where they were made to go. Nah, we won't none of us go into the Woolworths. And let's see about that. We'll have our own Woolworths, and we'll call it the Bullworths. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have our own. But he didn't think like that because, Caucasian skin was on his mind too much. And so he threw away blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians' economy for what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to infiltrate and they were able to get him. You know, they was able to sabotage the whole unity thing and get us joined to America behind it. You know what I'm saying? Now at the end, he admits that he was leading black people into a burning house. Like at the end, he finally admit that it was a bad idea to try to have a nonviolent protest. You dumb, stupid dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're gonna try to say, oh, it wasn't a good idea. Oh man. Let's read a little bit and we'll go.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, thus saith the Most High power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them.
They ain't visited, right?
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
He will what?
Visit upon you the evil of your doings.
Now, these pastors got their day, man. They gonna have their day. They gonna have their time where it's gonna be a reckoning, and they're gonna have to reckon for the work that or the lack of work that they've done. Keep going.
Saith the Most High. Verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock.
And he will what?
Gather the remnant of my flock.
He gonna gather us, the remnant, who ones that's left that's following these laws, statutes, and commandments that come out of that Christian church. He gonna gather us together. Go ahead.
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
And they shall what?
Be fruitful and increase.
Meaning these Christian pastors, for what they done to us, they gonna have their punishment, man. And we gonna be able to be fruitful and we gonna be able to increase again. You know what I'm saying? That's coming straight from the Most High. Not my words, but the Most High words. And with that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer K out of War.
It's the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Thurs, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Mayasharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Our upcoming holy convocation is Purim. It's the 14th. It's the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. It's Monday the 14th and Tuesday. It's Monday the 14th of February and Tuesday the 15th of February. And you can find that in Esther chapter 9, verses 20 through 31.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black: boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Amadium, which means everybody stand in the Hebrew. Wapanya Hakwadam, which means everybody turn to face the east. We'll say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Shamkar, Yahweh, Malak with God, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemaya, the Thunder now, Lakom, Kai, Yawam, Wasalat now, Kabawaf now, Kasalat now, Kabawaf ya now, Wala'ah, Tabiah now, Banasaya Wam, Abal, Hawashah now, Mayan, Bra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalaka, Wa'ala, Watapara, Lai Walamyam, Aman.
In the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Will be done
in earth,
earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our
Forgive
debts,
us our debt.
as we forgive our
As we
debtors.
forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into
into
temptation,
temptation,
but deliver
but
us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Saw, which means to turn. Sister Yashab, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Malam Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shawakathon. Saw, which means turn. Sisters Amadim. Men of Israel, give one courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel, Malam Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Thar Bashim Yahweh Shah. Yah Yamatah, class dismissed.